curtains almost closed. Leave a crack for stars to lean through. Let the floorboard keep its secrets. Footsteps no one swore they knew. Old house breeze in quiet corners.
Sorry guys, that is completely the wrong intro. Hang on.
Quiet in the corner of the stone-lit room, candles bending shadows on the flagstone floor. Old men hum a tune they swear they've always known, though they never heard it once before.
Smoke curls slow from a chipped clay cup, heather on the air, salt on my tongue. Every cracked wall in close enough to remember when the world was young.
I hear the spirits of the past in every word, in every glass. Ancient stars in the blackened sky, blinking names I can't deny.
When I drink these stories down, when I sing what once was drowned, I know who we are at last.
When I understand the past, outside on the brae where the wind blows thin, stories and legends let mysteries in. My footsteps fall where 1,000 feet turned and walked their lives complete.
Words on pages telling the tales of old, whispers in through the years, the stories grow. Magic of the ancients, words of the years, summoning questions, summoning fears.
I hear the spirits of the past in every word, in every glass.
Ancient stars in the blackened sky,
Blinking names I can't deny.
when I drink these stories down, when I sing what once was drowned, I know who we are at last.
When I understand the past. They call my blood by its olden name.
They call my heart to the hidden flame.
Faces flicker in the embers aglow, saying,
Carry us, carry what we know.
skies remember every vow we swore.
Stones remember every silent war.
Time's a wound and time's a well, where the dead lean close and tell. I hear the spirits of the past in every word, in every glass. Ancient stars in the blackened sky,
Blinking names I can't deny.
when I understand the past. For stories and answers each of us seek. Look to the realms with fantasy.
Hey, just getting some music. Hang on. Oh, not been long awake, as per usual. Still got bed hair. Right, who's here? Who is here? Elaine's team rewatch, I knew that. Says Leanne. Let's start with Pam. Hey Pam! How you doing, darling? The lovely Betty. How's Betty today? I'm gonna put my comments back. By the way, yeah, I know that was AI. I think I did that one just before I got demonetized, actually, but it's relevant to what I'm saying today, so I'll just be clipping a lot of the intros before reapplying anyway. Stuff YouTube. YouTube sucks. Dear Fantastic Publishing, we have reviewed your account. Hang on. Caroline. Hey. Rob. Big Rob in the house. The Merman. Yes. I know she's not here, but she'll probably team rewatch. The hearts in the chat for Elaine and her mum today. Hope all goes well. Raven, where you been, girl? We missed you. Hope you're okay, darling. Food poisoning. Oh no. Oh, I think that's one of the worst things to have. I have a phobia for being sick anyway, so food poisoning. Feel a bit better, can't eat, kind of dread it. No. Okay. Let's try and... I've got stuff I want to talk about today, so hopefully we'll keep the food talk to a minimum. Pinky! How you doing, sweetness? Hope you're doing good. It's... yuck. Hearts in the chat for Deb as well. Hey, Holly. How you doing, darling? I still can't see straight. Feeling good, actually. Was able to record some vocals yesterday. Oh, awesome. Pleased you're feeling better. What did you eat that was bad? Yeah, I'm not too bad. I have coffee. I think I've just had a cigarette. I am doing well with that, actually. I am cutting down. My danger spot is because I'm on calls quite a lot. They're the danger time for me. Frozen prawns cooked. Oh yeah, I actually I do have fish in the freezer for Mum because she likes a lot of fish as well. But I don't like frozen fish anyway because it removes half the taste. But yeah, you got to be careful. Oh, shush you. Best in the sea. Best in my mouth. Good to see everyone. I can type now since Kitty got off my chest. Yeah. Hey, Kristen. I've got your Instagram lined up. We do some shout outs later, and yours is involved. I also had a quick look at the blogs, so I'm going to be going through those. We did have somebody who was going to do a book channel, but because of outside factors, she stopped doing it. It's a shame. do with the Paranormal Book Channel. I'll tell you who's really good on the paranormal books, so I'll ask him about it when we do the podcast, is Wes. Wes has a huge collection, I think. That's APRF Wes. Caught with a cigarette, yeah. I just don't like doing it on screen. I think men can get, I don't know whether it's just me, just age or whatever, I just think men get away with it more on screen than women do. Plus, with that attitude, I smoke less during a live stream. Looking for a bit, no problem. No problem, Sage Rat. Another awesome tune, Who Needs Paranormal? Actually, I've written one for the art channel. It is in the Discord. I did post it in the Discord. It's one of those ones that I've done where I don't know if Pinky will say the same thing. I know Phil and Wiz say this with it is sometimes you'll get a song and you just play it over and over because you're so pleased with it. It's Wizard of Oz themed. I've done most of the outline for the artwork. Before I actually film me colouring it in for the Uncanny Academy, I'm trying to just do all the outlines first, and I'll put it up in the colouring pages in Discord if anybody wants to use it. Lionheart, how are you doing? Thank you, Pinky. Maybe at some point I'll actually do some artwork to it. Thank you. Now I can hit the like button, says Leanne. Hey, yay. Living Dead, welcome in. Yeah, I've used it for a reason. I don't tend to use many of the AI ones for intro, but I'm going to clip the intros anyway. Julian. Oh, just worked who Living Dead is. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so slow. We'll give you a shout out as well today, Julie. I've just woken up. Forgive me. Forgive me, Julianne. Please, everybody else is on the ball. It makes so much shit. Yes, I have that hearing issues, and sometimes if somebody gives me a song to listen to, I'll say I can't quite hear the lyrics, but I don't know if and I often say I don't know if it's just me. So I think what I could do, I can't remember if he still does it, but I think Wiz used to sometimes put lyrics in his if he didn't put them on screen, I think he used to put them in his description. It's actually not a bad idea. I might start doing that. Good morning, Mason. How are you doing this morning? Are you happy? Or are you just okay-ish, you know? Thank you. Thank you. Mason the Croc Hunter. Should be the Croc Disposer. Disposaler? Chucker outerer. Stuff him, yeah, absolutely stuff him. Yeah, hopefully it all goes well for Paranormal Papa Investigations. Hello, how are you? Raven, you lurker. I've been worried about Raven, actually. She's not been around much the last couple of days. If you're lurking, Raven, please take care of yourself, sweetness. Lil Miss Mayhem, Pickles. Pickles. Aussie Cat. Aussie Cat found me some, because the pens I use, I've mentioned that they're don't make them anymore. And she sent me some samples of these Fabrico pens. They are fabulous. And she included a grey, because grey is one of the colours I that disappear on me. And what I like about these is you can buy them individually, which you couldn't with these. I have millions of these left, but they're all the colours I don't use. So, good tip for art materials. Try and choose ones that I don't know where my pencils are, but my Inktense pencils you can buy individually as well. It saves you a lot of money. It saves you constantly buying packs because you're running out of 1 or 2 colours. Yeah, respect the ill. No food talk for Deb. Drink coffee out of my this is one of my mugs actually. It's one of the ones that Ooh. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I'm putting it together tomorrow. So by Tuesday, my aim is, because obviously I'll be sitting in the chair, coffee machine will be going here. This background will be sorted. I've got lights to go on that back shelf there. Can't have Seg's background look better than mine. No, she hasn't. No, it wasn't YouTube. It was because I very much encouraged her to do it. So coffee in hand, let the day commence. Hell yeah! It's very ill for over a week and stop vaping. I can't vape. That's my problem. I can't vape. I just cough when I vape. I've got some electric cigarettes which I do use. What's helping with me at the moment, if just back here, the last art stream when I did the thing for the merch, that is finished. I've already put it on one piece of merch. And the Wizard of Oz song, I want to get that onto Uncanny Academy this weekend, sorry. I'm almost finished the outline, but like I say, I'm trying to do the outline without doing any colours, so I can put the outline in the colouring sheets section of the Discord. New here, not sure what I'm watching. Grey Hazards on a Paranormal channel. I am actually going to be talking a little bit about the paranormal today. We don't always in live streams. It's kind of a chill time. But I overview the debunking community, which I'm very much part of. I do believe in the paranormal, and so I have various content on the channel about. Just started doing podcasts as well about the paranormal, about people who fake the paranormal, and also about the history. Kind of the reason for that intro. You're watching a chill chat that's paranormal adjacent, yeah. You have a very friendly chat here. I want the lyrics to the Cathedral song so I can sing it while crying and sniffing. Look at that sorted. Doing okay-ish, I guess. He's going to sulk now. It's okay. Blame Peachy! Sarah, lyrics in the description would be great. Yeah, I'd actually forgotten about that. I don't know if he does it anymore, but Wiz used to. I think it was Wiz that used to do it. Editing time. Yeah. What are you eating for editing? I know what editing time means. I'm familiar. Pinky put the transcript and closed captioned hers too. Good idea. Yeah. It's because I don't technically run a music channel, but I'd probably be more organised if I did. But no, I will start putting transcripts in, especially on things like the art channel when I'm using a song. What's leather? It sounds like a sneeze. A shoe. Deb, I'm drinking beer. My jokes might be a bit sorry, but I won't cry. Don't worry about it. God, everybody else does. Mason, hello. Hope your day gets brighter. It's at least a freak. You tell him. Little as mayhem. At least it's a freaking weekend. Hey, Sponge. I've one song that I wrote last year and love singing it. Redid it with my vocals, even better. Good. Good. I'm way too past it to put my own vocals on. I used to be a singer, believe it or not. Life got to my throat. But what I also have found, and I've done it with one or two songs, is with Suno now you can, if you've done one, if I've got songs that I did 2 years ago, they will actually upgrade them for you, because you listen back to the early ones and that you don't realise how ropey they are. So I can't remember what they call it, but they'll actually boost it into the current level, and makes a hell of a difference. Drinking. Oh, I've already read that one. Big Rob the Merman had a baby with Crow Judas. That's the Chroma. Sega's jealous and Mason has to babysit constantly. Yeah, just confuse Chaos Rooms. Closed captions. Closed captions is a good idea, actually. So they're okay, then say I wasn't sure. Actually, I think they're probably better because they're actually much softer. The only problem with the Arteza ones using them on paper, obviously they're meant for fabric, but because I use these on paper, they can be a bit scratchy, whereas the Fabrico ones are lovely and smooth. Oh, I know you can see. I must be hitting something. Just yell at me if you can't hear me. Nice cup. Yeah, the mug press I've got's amazing. This cup's about 3 or 4 years old. I don't have a dishwasher, so I don't know what they're like with dishwashers, but certainly just washing them normally looks as good as it did the day I put the artwork on. Oh. Yeah. I did rearrange the desk yesterday, so I think I've moved the wires around. She's so back, I'm back. She's here. Hey, Carla, lovely, how are you doing? They're in the coffee factory. Yeah, it's a little mini coffee factory that I've got them. Look what I found. Oh no! Oh, he's found his favourite emoji now. No bells. My new favourite emoji. Woohoo! I sent Sega a message and told him if I looked at Oasis for his singing live, and I started listening to them. No! Oh, the man's a terror. The man is a terror. Chalked up one for Oasis. Somebody, it's rainy here. It is gale force winds here today, actually. Which is well, actually, I've got to go up to town later, but it means we've not got that heat wave they were predicting. Not all of their songs. Let There Be Love is an epic song. Actually, there's one of my. I don't like Oasis, but one of my favourite songs is "Don't Look Back in Anger." I love that song. I like Little by Little as well. I tend to prefer Noel. do like one or two songs of his solo stuff as well. But Oasis, it's mainly Liam Gallagher I've got the big problem. But we have lives. Yeah, and sometimes we don't know how to use them or how that's right. Great House Route. Love your profile, Justin Vibes. Justin Vibes aren't good. Yes, that did look like an awesome day out with you, boy. It was a manual, I didn't get it. I've been redoing some of my songs for Fusion. Yeah, I love I am a penguin girl. That's why I resented having to draw so many bloody puffins when I was on the market. Because puffins are a big deal here. I mean, they're cute and all, but I'm a penguin girl. If I'd have had to draw penguins all day, I'd have been happy. Oh, that's good, because I don't know about the ones from the shop, but I think more companies are using, because I mean, I'll say I've done this one myself on the mug press, and it's sublimation. If you sort of run your finger over it, you can't feel it's not raised. It's embedded into the mug, so they don't tend to fade. Like I say, this one's probably more than 3 years old actually, because I started doing this just after COVID, so could even before, and it's nothing wrong with it. I watched someone fishing and I got hooked. Anyone get the license plate of the truck that ran me over in bed last night? I was kind of preoccupied and missed it. Oh, Seg thought it was hilarious. Oh, I'll bet. Yes, please encourage Seg, because, you know, none of us suffer when that happens. Thinking, these are lovely bells. You said that last week. I had a severe storm yesterday. Made me nervous since big trees around my, yes, that would turn up. But fortunately, touch wood where we are. I can hear something scraping the roof. I'm assuming it's I don't, probably not, it won't be used anymore, but there's still aerials on the roof, so I think it's the wiring from the aerials. I don't mind Oasis. I actually don't mind people who like Oasis, to be honest. I'm not a fan, but I'm not afraid to admit that there's a couple, like I say, Don't Look Back in Anger would be on one of mine, if not top 10, top 20 lists. I think I saw the same truck that came my way last week. Bearder did that to me with Backstreet Boys. Oh, God. These debunkers, bad influences. I also don't mind Oasis. I think if you're not UK, part of the venom towards Oasis from the Brits is the brothers, because they're both arrogant twats. I actually don't mind Noel so much because he knows he's an arrogant twat, so you know. But it's, for me, it's Liam. But the brothers aren't liked, so they kind of have this reputation of it not being cool to like them. No one said growing up would be this hard. I think I want to look up Peter Pan and have a talk with him. Penguins have a new game show, The Ice Cube. Actually, Phil and I were chatting last night, and he's actually found a site. You know how we have the merch sites? He's actually found a merch site that do like hockey and baseball shirts, you know, that put the name and the logo on, and he said you should do these for the Penguins. Ice hockey penguin shirt. I like Oasis. Yeah, exactly. I think it's more Liam than Noel, because I think people realise Noel is what he is. You know, I don't agree with most of the things Noel says, but he's just a twat. But Liam, no. And I do think that any Oasis songs that I do like tend to be more, I mean, Little by Little is sung by Noel. It's got an album called High Flying Birds. There's one or two good songs on that. This is Noel as a solo artist. The man who invented the throat lock, get ready, lost has passed away. There'll be no coffin at his funeral. I like one or two of them. Decide I'm still going to enjoy the music or movies or book, even if people are critical. Yeah, you like what you like. I mean, you know, I'm a rocker. You see my playlist, there's all sorts of it. If you like it, if I've said this before, but there's a quote by Eddie Van Halen that stuck with me. He said it in the 80s, and I think it was when he collaborated with Michael Jackson. He collaborated with one of the two people. He collaborated with Scandal. He collaborated with Michael Jackson, and people said, "Oh, you know, you're a rocker. Why are you collaborating with Michael Jackson?" He talked because he was a musician. Him and Alex were classically trained. I mean, there were kids in the Netherlands, and Eddie Van Halen said, "If it sounds good, it is good," and that's the philosophy I have. You know, I cannot stand Coldplay. I cannot stand Coldplay at all. And I remember hearing, I can't remember what the song's called, but I remember hearing one of their songs on the TV and thinking, "Oh, this is a great song. Who sings this?" And I was devastated it was Coldplay. Didn't stop me liking the bloody song. Sarah's keeping up with chat. She can give Seg some lessons. Oh, Seg's beyond help. Come on. Some bots are extremely rude. I know. I'm so proud of them. And Crow. Well, the reason we call it Crow in the chat is because I learned from Crow. So if you've got a problem with the way I do the chat, blame Mr. Judas. Wonderwall song was actually done in the 50s. Oasis copy. This is, I think, what really got people's backs up in the first place with Oasis was it was around the Wonderwall time, I think, and I think it was Noel actually that says, "Oh, we're going to be bigger than the Beatles." No, you know. I mean, I'm not a massive Beatles fan, but come on. My favourite guitarist are Pete Townsend, Johnny Marr, Graham Cox, and SRB. Yeah, Pete Townsend's a great guitarist. Because I'm a big Who girl, so I'm going to say that. But I tell you who doesn't always get enough credit for being a great guitarist. He does amongst the people who like the band, but is Dave Gilmour. He's a brilliant guitarist. Oh look, ha ha ha. Bottom of the chat. You know what that means?
Bottom of the chat. Let's hear those bells ding. Yeah, I love bells. Ding ding. Let's make them ring. Ding. So fun. Everyone, join the bell party. Wee, more dings. Best bell time ever. Yes. Come on, let's dance. Dancing time. The bells are falling.
Enjoy that, Rob. Wonderwall was written by Noel. I was ready today. Oh, damn it.
Bottom of the chat. Let's hear those bells ding. Yeah, I love bells. Ding ding. Let's make them ring. Ding. So fun. Everyone, join the bell party. Wee, more dings. Best bell time ever. Yes. Come on, let's dance. Dancing time. The bells are falling.
Just have whiskey ready for the dumbbell. Sorry, it's just for no Rob. I hope I got him that time. Tom said that's the wrong emoji. Yeah, I promise I won't do that again. I'm not worried about Rob. It's just I know they're loud. It upsets everybody else. Oh, that was funny. That woke me up. Are you trying to get me more drunk than Justin during his birthday stream? Why was anybody more drunk than Justin on his birthday stream? Mr. 4 Guinness. And that'll have been cans, so it's not like it was pints. Mind you, I don't like Guinness. If you're going to drink Guinness, wait till you go to Dublin. Much nicer in Ireland. But then, when I'm in Ireland, I prefer Kilkenny. Kilkenny's a lovely beer over there. Is it Bell's Whiskey? So Rage Against the Machine fan, I love both Tom Morello and Tim Comerford. I think they're both underrated. Yeah, you see, you hear the same names all the time, and often it's deserved, you know. But there are some amazing musicians, guitarists, drummers, bass players. Bass players don't always get the recognition. I mean, I'm a Who girl, but John Entwistle was a bloody phenomenal bass player. Just in the Cheap Trunk. 4 cans and he's anybody's. Oh, by the way, when we were looking at that site last night about the hockey jerseys and stuff, you can get them that've got bananas printed all over them. Or what was the other thing? Is it monkeys? We couldn't find a hot dogs one, but we found a corn dogs one. I think my coffee has a monumental job today. I know people were razzing him, but I personally couldn't drink Guinness now. I mean I couldn't because I don't like Guinness. But Kilkenny's awesome. Yeah, if you're over in Ireland, try the Kilkenny beer. I think you can probably get it here, but need more than that to get drunk. Yeah, I used to. One would do me now, but hollow yet legs when I was younger. The only time I used to drink Guinness when I was younger is occasionally I'd have it. I think it was called I can't remember what it was called, but it was a Guinness with a shot of port in it, and I don't like either, but together that's quite nice. The burping did help him make some room. I think I've drunk 15 pints of Guinness before. I can't remember if I was mental and 21 at the time. Used to drink Guinness too much. I think it travels better than it used to, but it is different because of the way it has to travel. It does taste different if you're in Ireland. And when I've been to Dublin 2 or 3 times, and that's where the factory is. That's where the distillery is. Why can the flower pops in the original Wonderwall debunked? There you go. There you go. That does not surprise me. I'm a cheap drunk now. I did my drinking in my late teens. Yeah, me too, Pam. Oh, sweetie. You take care, Sponge. Oh, I don't like that you're going through it at the minute. Poor thing. Guinness with a shot of Irish cream. Oh. Nice. Nice. Yeah, hearts for Sponge. Guys, I'm going to put a poll up on the chat. Can I just reinforce, I'm not asking this for me, I'm just asking generally. Not just online, in life, okay? This isn't me trying to get anything. Don't remember how to do it. Poll. Dude, what about? So I'm not asking for me. I'm not asking for the Believe in Me project. I'm just asking generally for that question. So, like flowers covered with underwater points. Back inside. Time traveller. Ooh, rough like a good pole. Do you mean pole? Poles are fun, yeah. Astro. I have no pain all over every day, but I'm in the middle of a bad flow. Oh, sucks. I'm like that. I mean, I have it with my oh. Give me a sec. 1 second. Get the drink. Camera. I mean, it's my left hand on my foot, but yeah, I've only shared my experience with you. I'm seeing it a lot again in chats, and this is why I said life as well, because I think, well, is it because we're in a debunking community? I'm still seeing it a lot. Because I was talking about it in chat last night in Mike's. People did say to me, "I'll share it," and I think that's. I think I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. I'm going to share my own experiences. I'm still tripping over one that I'm frightened of. Staying right here. I'm still tripping over one because of what it's connected to, but maybe I need to lead by example. Yes, but only in select company. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's any, in any, you know, it's when you keep it to yourself. Yeah. Well, that, Rob, is actually why I'm asking, because the reason I used that intro this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is. I find it fascinating. I'm going to give you one example, because I have said before that I saw my dad after he died, and it was. I'll tell you the experience. Actually, it was actually. I think it was actually on a live. I think it was on one of Crow's live. Both Phil and I were on a Crow's live, and I was talking about seeing my dad after he died, and the last time I saw him after he died, it was actually in a dream, and he just sort of appeared and sort of hugged me. He didn't say anything, but it's just one of, and I actually woke up crying, and I actually just knew it was him. It's just, I absolutely knew that it was him. But that was something, because I thought, oh, people just could say, oh, you just dreamt it. And Phil had the exact same story about his mum. You know, I've had, if you go back to my podcast, I will expand on that experience in the video, but if you go to my podcast, we're talking about seeing shadow figures, myself and Crystal, and I talk about seeing a shadow figure, and I describe it, and the way I describe it, Ryan said, that's exactly what I saw. That's exactly what it looked like when I saw one. And there are stories all over the world of people who don't know each other who have the same experience. Now, yes, you can put some of that down to certain conditions. I'm actually putting together a top 5 video at the moment. It may end up being 2, because there was, I'm doing it on something ridiculous, but there was one that this particular channel that I found was talking about, and there was a little interview with a guy who had schizophrenia, and apparently it's a common symptom with if you know schizophrenia, you know that hallucinations are part of it, but shadow figures can be as well. But there are other experiences that you can't explain away. I think it's different when it's a set diagnosis like schizophrenia, or if it's just using psychology generally. That's when I have a little bit less time for it being the explanation. So yeah, it's just, and I understand people not wanting to talk about their experiences. I really do, because it's still an experience and it's still valid, whether whether it ends up being paranormal or not, and you can't go back and find out. But you do get that phrase a lot where people will say, "I just know, I just know," and there is a difference. I've had loads of experiences that I've just sort of shrugged off and thought, oh, it's probably this, it's probably that. But sometimes you just have those big ones and it's just like, you just know it's something out of the ordinary, whether it's paranormal or not, but it's something out of the ordinary and you can't explain. I had an experience that happened the night before last. It was freaky. I've only told one person about it. It does depend on the audience. I mean, I have two besties, and one of them I can't talk about that sort of stuff to her. She doesn't believe any of it. The other one I can. Actually, I've experienced some with. One of the stories is with her. But I asked me to select my stepdad, for instance, freaks out, so I don't tell him things. It's funny because when I saw my dad, I kept it to myself for about 4 or 5 months. And eventually I said to Mum, I've seen Dad. And she went, yeah, so have I. And she hadn't said it to me either. I've always talked about my experiences. So, you know, I live in a very mystical and spiritual place. There's loads of eerie places where you might not see stuff, but you can feel something is watching you and you know what's happening. That happens here, Rob, but yeah, Orkney very much is. I think it was partly, and I know it's the environment, the two different environments, but Orkney has this amazing stone circle called Ring of Brodgar. And yes, it's in a beautiful location. It's on top of a hill. The views are stunning. You know, Orkney weather tends to be, it's a lot like Northumbrian weather. It's sort of dramatic skies, etc. So yeah, it is the environment, but there's just something about the Ring of Brodgar. And Stonehenge, on the other hand, is in the middle of a bloody flat field next to a main road. And I remember the first time when I saw Stonehenge, I was like, was that it? But I am somebody who sort of gets those, you know, those feelings, if you like. I'm not saying I'm psychic or anything like that. It's just sometimes, and it's built into our DNA to recognise when something's different, because that's how we've survived. It happened to me. I thought I was mad. Yeah, because it was a dream. I've had quite a few experiences in dreams, actually. Because it was a dream, I thought, I'm not going to say anything. And I told the story on the live, and Phil said it was almost sort of, it was his mum, but it was almost exactly the way I described it happening to me. But that's where that's where these stories are important, you know. And they should be. I'm not saying people should tell their stories. If you're not comfortable telling a story, don't tell it. But the thing is, it's because the whole Believe in Me project started because Stormy After Dark she's been in paranormal chats for 5-6 years, and she was in, you know, even investigators chat, not just talk about debunkers chat, talking investigators chat. She was sort of she was almost being laughed at by chat, or sometimes by the content creators. You're in a paranormal community. People shouldn't be frightened of telling these things. It's not going to change. I've decided after 2 years of me trying to sort of get stories, it's not going to change. You're going to get some people who will, but it isn't going to change. I think it's, I suppose, especially in the debunking community. But it's how you actually, if you are a skeptic, it's how you actually handle it. Because, for example, I can't remember who it was. I was sitting reading in Mike's chat, somebody saying that they'd been laughed at for an experience about. Oh no, it was somebody who said that Kieran O'Keefe, I think it was in Mike's chat last night, somebody said they told Kieran O'Keefe about an experience and he just laughed at them. Oh, that's not right. I don't care how skeptical you are, you know. Whereas I've seen Kenny, when people have said that, you know, for example, you know, saw my mum when she passed away or whatever, and he will respect the fact that people have had that experience. He clearly doesn't believe it, but he doesn't bring people down for it, you know. Hey, TARDIS Karens. The island I live on is known as Ghost Island, but randomly since I've moved here, I've not had any experiences. That's the other thing, is these places get reputations. It's like, if you watch a lot of stuff on the UK, Haunted UK, and they'll say the 3 most haunted locations in the UK are London, Edinburgh and York, and they always put York third. And I was in York for 11 years, nothing. Oh, well, actually 9 years, nothing. I heard a lot, and very rarely heard a story, apart from the soldiers in the Winter Gardens, Roman soldiers. Even from students, people who lived there, I heard nothing about York itself. I heard loads of stories, people who lived in the countryside, but not in York itself. And it wasn't until I actually moved into a bloody haunted flat. I will talk privately. Yeah. It's probably easier to talk about experiences among community than your family and relatives, because seriously, they just think you're lying or weird. That's why I never said anything. Sometimes if people find out I'm a YouTuber and what sort of channel have you got, and I'm like, paranormal channel. And I often find myself very quickly saying I'm part of the debunking community. We go after people who fake the paranormal, just to try and, you know. My mum had a paranormal experience and she doesn't believe in ghosts. Yeah, those are often the most interesting ones, I think, because you can automatically rule out somebody, you know, believing. My mum had a paranormal experience. Yeah, just read that. I guess I will share some of that. Oh, yeah, there's one I really, really, really want to share. I don't even know if it's paranormal. Like I say, it's because of the event it's tied to. I was going to put it as a members video, but I can't do that. I might put it on Patreon and get feedback on it first. I watched a fascinating video about some of the different psychology behind paranormal experiences. Didn't discount the experiences. Did go deep on some psych things. Yeah, there's stuff with psychology that does make sense. My best friend's a psychologist. I'm not dissing psychology here, but it's not a hard science. And she will say that psychology, when people are sort of researching psychology, it's not about hard proof, it's about correlation. You know, if enough people exhibit one behavior, that's a correlation, but it's not proof that that's what the behavior is. But the problem is it's often one explanation. But psychology is obviously really useful for it in general. When I was about 6, I saw a figure at the end of my bed, put head under the blanket, scared, and looked, and it's gone. I still think about it now. Yeah. It's I don't remember having any as a kid, to be honest. Teens, yes, but I mean, again, if you go back to the podcast, I mean, Ryan, Sean, and Sandra all had experiences early on in life. Sean's is particularly horrific, and it's why he searches for the paranormal, you know. I have tried and been ridiculed more and more. Yeah, it's this is the way I look at it. It's respecting the experience instead of I mean, I'll sometimes listen to an experience and think, I'll be honest, I don't say that. You know, you've got to respect the experience. The person who's been through that, I didn't believe for a long. I've believed in the paranormal, in the unexplained for a long time, since I was a kid. very open to the paranormal, had my own experiences, and the one thing I was always a little bit skeptical of was actually seeing a ghost. And I never disbelieved people who said they'd seen one. I just wondered what it was they saw. I don't even like the word ghost. And I saw a shadow figure that was in the flat in York, but I saw a full body apparition in around 10, 12 years ago. Clear as day. In the daytime, by the way. I still call it a full body apparition. I refuse to call it a ghost, because I don't know what it was. But it was definitely somebody not who wasn't there, if that makes sense. In the here and now. And then it was like, oh, so it is possible. They're so rare, these experiences. Stonehenge, the tumor ring of God. Yeah. Oh, seriously, guys. I know Stonehenge's history, and I know it's got the mystery with how they got the stones there, etc. Although so does Brodgar, actually. But when you go to the Ring of Brodgar every year for sort of 14 years, sort of growing up, and then suddenly about 5 years later somebody takes you to Stonehenge, and they were really excited about showing me Stonehenge, and I couldn't, me being me, it just fell out of my mouth, you know. Is that it? Oh, okay. My granddad said goodbye to me in a dream the night he passed. My mum was shocked. I knew she was calling to tell me. Yeah. I don't know. I've heard one theory. Unless it's a theory, we don't know. We have no proof of anything. That sometimes dream visitations, if they are what they are so easier to deal with than say seeing when you're awake. I cried. It's the first time I cried, actually, since he died. He died 3 months before. First time I cried, I woke up crying. Because he had severe dementia when he died. It felt like a proper goodbye, and I could feel him hugging me. I knew it was him, and it felt like a proper goodbye from him. But it was crying because I hadn't cried, but it was also happy, if that makes sense. Happy tears, because I knew he was all right, and that there was something more. You know, nobody can take that away from me. I've had several experiences over the years, including one with my mom several months after she died, and several ones in general. The house I live now, yeah. The thing is, somebody, again, I'm going back to Mike's chat last night, and somebody said, well, my mum died, and my grandma died, and my dad died, and I didn't see them. And I know I sometimes can actually feel guilty telling that story. But, my grandmother, my mum's mum, who I called Mama, she lived with, my grandparents lived with us when I grew up, and I never saw Mama, and I always wondered why. I did see Dad though, so it's like, I don't know why. May not be the ghost thing. I've never seen a ghost, but I had some weird shit happen. Yeah, I'd had loads of weird stuff. I mean, actually, to be honest, the last big experience was the apparition. But I'd had loads before then. Yeah, link in the Discord. Link to the Discord, rather. Glad you showed my submax. Awesome. You can message me, Julie, or I won't share anything. I'm just interested to see. Because I do love it when stories come together, you know, a bit like mine and Phil and Lionheart's just said about the experience I had with Dad. You know, Phil had it with his mum, and I didn't know. I knew Phil's mum had passed, and we talk all the time, you know, and but I didn't know until that live that we'd had the same experience. And that's probably my hubby laughed at me to see apparition. I tried to debunk it, and I tried for months, because I knew the building like the back of my hand, because it was where I sold art and where I worked a lot of the time. I knew every door, every lock. I started putting together a video on it, which the video is probably gone because of changing computers. I'll have to redo it. I'd even done a map of the place, and even as I was putting the video together, I'm trying to think, well, could it have been this? I can't debunk it. I don't really care if people believe what I've seen or not. I know what I saw. Science can't explain it or more change my opinion, especially when we don't know what a spirit is or what it's made of. I know. People get irritated when science gets brought into it. Science can't explain it. No, it can't. Doesn't mean it. This is my argument. Doesn't mean it won't eventually. I do believe science will explain a lot of things eventually. Whatever it is. But we are in the early days of any of this being explained through science. Especially my mumble. Will be one more walking through. This is from Aussie Cat saying this. Orinoco. Hang on, I'm about to get interrupted. Give me a second, guys.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, guys. I think the experiences happen when least expected and with no cameras, devices, recording equipment of any haunted location. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, the full body apparition I saw was at about just after 9 o'clock in the morning. The big experience I'm nervous about talking about was 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Even the ghost, even the sort of shadow figure was early evening because I just got home from work. So they are random, you know. I don't go walking around with a camera. So give people who are genuine investigators, the chances of catching something is rare. And that, you know, the good investigators know that. Some explained entities have followed me my whole life, some are in locations I've lived in. Yeah. We think my nephew, because I have experiences with Bestie that we've shared, and it's just for every house she goes to, and we're sure it's her older boy. My gripe is people think they can explain everything through science and tests. Sometimes you can't. You can't. We haven't caught up with a lot of this yet, and some things we never will. And I don't think we're supposed to. I'm a firm believer in that. There is a theory that I'll kind of go with, that we're not supposed to know everything. Doesn't mean we should dismiss it. How much some good people have been ridiculed for sharing these experiences with the community is definitely, yeah, exactly. And we're a paranormal community. I know we're a debunking community. And I'm firmly behind the bunkers. You guys know I am. But we're a paranormal community. If you can't share it in a paranormal community, what hope have you got? My mother said that nonsense you're into is harsh to respond when I tried to share her experiences. I was beaten, stomped, broken. She didn't want to hear about that. Yeah, that's the other thing. There are people who don't want to know. We often sort of, you know, have a laugh at people who say, oh, well, you know, you're not going to get any experiences if you don't believe in it. And I don't 100% believe that, because I know people as well who don't believe they've had experiences. But my point is, you've got to respect people's experiences. Whatever you think of them, you've got to respect. Like I said, I was skeptical about actually seeing a ghost. As much as I believed in the paranormal, I was skeptical about seeing a ghost for years. And then I saw a full body apparition. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, that one I needed to experience for myself. Didn't mean I ridiculed anybody who told me that they'd seen something. My hubby explained the guy had a trench coat and hat and covered his face with blankets, said he was, that's interesting. Tell you why that's if say it's in the podcast. But the shadow figure I saw, I definitely saw it in my doorway. It was the doorway was here. I saw it in the TV. It was one of it was about 2010, 11. So the TV was one of the ones that was sort of still glass fronted. It wasn't like a plasma screen. So when it wasn't on, it was like a mirror. You could literally see the whole room in it. And I was sitting watching TV on the sofa, and the screen went black because it was going to adverts. So it went black for about 2 or 3 seconds. And right next to me here, which is where the door was, and I always had the light on in that flat, the door hallway lighting. There was no windows, and all sorts of experiences in that flat. And I saw it clear as day, and I never questioned that I saw it. But the bit that I could never get my head wrapped around, I'm sure this thing was wearing a hat. And I always just think, Sarah, that's stupid. It can't have been wearing a hat, trench coat. And when I talked about it on the podcast, Ryan said it's the exact same thing he saw. By the way, this was back in, I say this on the podcast, but this was back in around 2011, and before I was hit YouTube Paranormal, and I'd actually never heard of the hat one. So this wasn't, creepypasta or urban legend or whatever creeping it. That was it. They can't explain it because there's no equipment to explain it. And this is why, a lot of us, me, some of the debunkers would like to say, stop using the equipment. Some investigators will say, stop using the equipment. It makes, I'm probably going to get trolled in a minute, but it makes no sense to me that it's the old Einstein thing, isn't it? Do the same thing time and time again and expecting different results. Now, yes, paranormal phenomena is rare, I get that. But maybe try something different. Because I know if I was doing ghost investigations, I'd be thinking, stuff there's clearly nothing happening with these. Let's try something else. My other problem with the equipment is even if you did capture something, you can't prove it because the equipment's been debunked. So even if it was genuine, that's my argument, even if it was genuine, you can't prove it's genuine because of the equipment. Yeah, absolutely not, Julie. No one can take away our experiences, and they shouldn't try to, especially when it's close loved ones. Yeah. Nobody should try to. Because, I know somebody who lost a mum. I think it was a year or two after COVID. She didn't lose it to COVID, she lost it to cancer. And I think my mum was only in her 50s. Oh, she just celebrated her 60th. She's a lovely woman. And it all happened very quickly. And it was devastating for her family, obviously, because they were a very close-knit family, all lived in the same town, etc. And she kept coming when we were sort of having coffee and whatever, and sort of saying, oh, I saw a certain flower today and I'm sure it was Mum, or I saw a balloon floating in the sky. And I used to sit there, and I tend to think, whether it is or not, she was getting solace out of that. She was getting comfort out of that. Don't tread all over that. Debunking your own experience is impossible. It is impossible, and it's partly impossible because you can't go back. All you've got is the experience. You can, like I say, the only one I could even begin to try and debunk is the full body apparition. I've tried. There's absolutely no way another person could have been in that building. share anything you like in Sarah's Discord. You won't be ridiculed in that. Yeah, the a lot of the same Debs and Rob and Caroline, Phil, myself, all well, I should be in the Discord more often. They won't put up with any crap. Underground ogre, is he wobbling? Oh, it's actually the camera that's. I need to try and fix this camera. It's actually fixed the light. I need to try and fix it, not have it fixed on the table. That's why everything's wobbling. I don't feel the need to debunk anything that's happened to me or happened, and I know it. Yeah, the only one I've ever tried to fully debunk, because actually the shadow figure and the weird one, I can't. At the time, I've sometimes tried to debunk sort of noises, a lot of mine have been audio. It has been the full body apparition, but I can't debunk it. What's in general links on the Discord also? I think honestly, I think any genuine investigation team is gonna. That's the problem. They're gonna get a hard time if they capture anything, because it's gonna be called fake automatically. You know, that is the sad reality of the paranormal community. Personal experience is often the best to debunk it. Yeah. One of the other things is I've heard Kenny say this, because he'll talk about shared experiences, and people sort of embellish the stories, they talk to each other. Well, a lot of mine have been on my own, bad experiences with bestie, etc. But the shadow figure, the full body apparition, you know, the weird one. It's on my own, and as you guys probably worked out, I have a shocking memory. I'm terrible. I can visualize those experiences like they've literally just happened. All the details, and they've never changed over the years. I can promise you that. My cat saw a big old, reached out and meowed like when my son was alive. Oh, bless. See, and animals, come on. It was very easy to take time to understand and respect, and empathy are much more work and far more worth it. Yes, 100%, Pam. When my hubby and son passed, my TV would go off and on. Yeah, I was in the smaller room, because actually where I'm sitting now actually is where the hospital bed was where Dad died. In the last month or so, he was upstairs all the time because he could barely move. When I was in the little room, actually up until I saw him in the dream, I would hear footsteps on the landing. Nobody appeared. This is interesting. Good. Actually talking paranormal for a change. Who thought? Hey, pepperoni. Ghost town. I don't think I have. I do know people who've said that though. Is mum okay? Oh, is your mum not well? Some people think I'm nuts. Oh, you know something, Betty? There's always going to be people who think you're nuts. Tell them to stuff off. I don't think this is a narrator stream, so I can't explain. Usually is. Yeah, I know people who've had pets that have said the same thing. Cat balls are for cats, but yeah, it's like Carol says, you know, it's so much of this. I think I said it in my Etsy video actually. Most ghost hunting equipment is repurposed stuff that isn't built for that. You know, cat balls, radios, dowsing rods, SLS, phone apps, dead bells. It's not what they were made for. Probably because we don't know what to make to capture ghosts. Because as Rob said earlier, if you don't know what something is, how can you build something to detect it? She's home again. Oh, is she okay? It's DR60, new robot in Star Wars. DR60s. DR60 got recalled because it didn't work. It didn't work for what it was made for, let alone pick ghosts up. Little cats jump on the bed in the bed with me. Also seen a faded charcoal cat. Even as a spirit or living one being poured on the fucking finally hamburger helps. Ever since Patrick Kitty Cat passed away, I keep feeling a cat hop onto the bed, look, and there's no cat there. Hang on, just let me mute a minute. Right. I've had that experience multiple times. I love this community. We can agree and disagree and debate a civil conversation. Exactly, and that's what we should be doing. It always annoys me when people say, oh, the debunking community is an echo chamber. It's like, have you been in the debunking community? There are so many different belief systems. We've got full-time believers. We've got people who are open to the paranormal, want to see more proof. We've got full-blown skeptics. We've got all of the shades of grey in between. That's not an echo chamber. My boxer who was high heart smoker came back just for a short time. We can't all be exactly. I don't like unless there's something to back it up, like, you know, say a condition or medication or whatever. No, I'm sorry, you can't prove it either way. By the way, but that wasn't made for packaging, but here we are. Yeah. I still think that the problem is, it always worries me people are going to pick up something genuine, but because it can be debunked through the equipment, it's going to be, you know, thrown out. It's a bit like saying about real investigators could capture something on video and nobody's going to believe it. She's not being bitten. The reason I don't believe this experience is hallucinations, some of the first I had a room full of people saw it. How do you get a mass hallucination? Yeah, I mean, there are psychologies around that, but I actually was with a group of people and we saw a hammer move and literally drop onto the floor, and I don't mean through gravity. It was on top of a toolbox in the middle, moved, came out and dropped like that. It didn't just sort of spill off the end, it literally like that. And about 5 of us saw it happen. It's been 3 years since we lost our pit bull, and there's never a day, I don't think. Yeah, we've been crying that. Oh, bless you, truly. Caroline, there's been a lot of corner of your eye. Feel it looking, hear a cat voice. There's no cats. Great cat here since I moved in 30 years ago. Years without cats too many. I think the gale force winds are blowing the midges in. Right. Yes, Julie. It took me a while. It's because I saw the avatar. Guys, I'm going to boil the kettle. Do a quick intermission, and do the mods mind putting in Julie's channel Well, anybody who's in the chat, actually, just throw some links in while I'm on intermission. That would be fabulous. And there's one or two shout outs I want to do as well today. Where's my intermission banner? There we go. I'll put the one on actually that I accidentally put on first. I can't remember which one it was. That one. Is it that one?
Pull the curtains almost closed. Leave a crack for stars to lean through. Let the floorboard keep its secrets. Footsteps no one swore they knew. Old house breeze in quiet corners, painting eyes that softly shift. Let the shadows tell their stories. Not every veil needs to live. Sing me something strange tonight. Ghosts in the hallway, ships in the sky. Leave a little dark between everything we prove and why. Hold the wonder, hold it tight. We still need a place for doubt to shine. Rock me gentle, don't explain. Let the world keep some of its strain. Pages in the attic rustle, names half faded in the spine. Lantern hums like distant engines, waiting at the edge of time. Maybe someone's watching over from a window we can't see. Let the questions stay unanswered. They can fall asleep with me. Count the things we'll never measure. Silver flickers in the rain. Maybe it was just the weather. Maybe it was something saying Let's talk about our ancient times. Let's talk about the past. Not everything has answers. Let some worldly wonders last. Let the spirits keep some secrets. Not all is what it seems. Keep looking for the answers, but don't forget to dream. Count the things we'll never measure. Silver flickers in the rain. Maybe it was just the weather. Maybe it was something saying
That's Julie's channel. Please show Julie some see one or two who've subbed. I've been ill and haven't been able to edit my. Don't put yourself under pressure, sweetie. I've had to learn to do that. I mean, I feel bad when I can't get stuff out, but life comes first, darling. Any health comes first. There's Leanne's channel. I'm sub to Leanne as well. Please show Leanne some love. Big Rob's channel. Orcadian Adventures. Eventually, when he's got I must find the name of that farm. Stuff on there. I'm gonna be doing a podcast with Rob. Kitty always wants you to go back to the room. Finds tons of orbs. No problem. To the back room. Actually, one of the stories I've got, which is one I showed Gusty, it was a place she lived, and we started with a baby crying in footsteps. She had 2 cats, and they both would really freak out in that place, more than any other place they've lived in. There's Pinky's lovely channel, lovely Pinky's channel. Had a rough couple of weeks, that sweetheart. Deb's throwing Rob Spins only page while you're at it. That's Kristen's book Instagram. She's also got links on that Instagram for her book blogs. One of them is, I think she calls it a spooky book vlog, and the other one is general books. Please show some love. Paranormal Simulations debunking channel. Some of you may know her. If you haven't subbed and you go over, please say I sent you. Oh, just realised. And to answer bloody emails. I've sent her an email. I think I did it under serendipity though, so it might be in the spam folder. Oh my God, I know. But this is what I mean. If we don't keep these stories alive, if we don't keep pushing, can you imagine a world where? I mean, I know a lot of people don't believe and aren't interested, but can you imagine a world where it's almost gone completely? That's a cold world. That's a cold world. Song is epic. Thank you, Lionheart. I've been very ill. Showed at night while I was asleep. Panic attacks. Oh no. Flee home. Sucks. Rob Spins only. Eating crisps. Rob's out doing more content next week. Kristen says, I've been in a similar situation a long time ago. So sorry, just let me put my computer back together because it's playing up. There we go. You can hear me right. I think it's me leaning on the wire actually. I've got to get. Oh. So it's because I've rearranged everything. Hopefully that'll stop it. Hearts for Julie. I'm spoiling you a bit. She's a feeder. Don't talk too much about food. Lovely Debs has had food poisoning. I wish my mum was. No one else to do it in this house. Oh, sorry, I've suddenly got notifications popping up. For better or for worse, I'm one of those too. Yeah, Rob, do you want me to plank him, Deb? I promised chat I wouldn't play the bells again, so... Yeah, I'll plank him. Here we go.
Do I have to?
I walk the plank! Ah! Hoo-hoo! What a day! Oh! Oh! No! Look, look, look!
Led astray by bad influences. I think you are a survivor, to be honest, Julie. Always have been. So sorry, Deb. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, he's not really. As Rob is a merman, isn't a drop bear better? Good point. Where's the drop bear? There you go. Rob, I'm admonished for misbehaving again. He doesn't try to bait me today. There is drop bear merch. Actually, if you didn't see the community post, I finished the oh, it's because it's a PNG. It's not showing up on the background. But yeah, I finished the badge for the merch. I have actually put it already just to test it. Let me find it on a hoodie. There you go. It's already on a hoodie. I'm going to build up my fourth wall site. I'm going to do an art stream tomorrow. I want to do one more piece of artwork. So, and then I'll have enough, I think, to have the new merch site up and running. Your chat keeps freezing. That's probably YouTube. Apparently, I am the community revolving cat bed today. One moves off, one comes up. Could be worse. I am sorry. I'll have you know I'm a caring guy, despite my sometimes arrogance. Yeah, I was. Like I say, it was based on the way Mish Bobs had coloured in my. Bring that up bigger. Yeah, it looks good. So, and that's fourth wall, and Crow's been getting some really good reviews on the quality of the stuff from fourth wall. So, and I don't think it's not Oz, but so I may have to continue with the red bubble on Oz, but Europe, UK, and US, I think they're pretty speedy. So, because I think they dispatch from all those places. So, there you go. Streaming. Yeah, I was pleased with that one. I need to think of a last design. Woody looks cool. I'm going to do the different colours. I'm going to put it on different merch as well. I just put it on that one just to test what it looked like. I'm going to put that one on the dress, the skater dress as well. Good afternoon, Mr. Monkey, sir. How are you doing this afternoon? Now you've had a week off. lingering. My Crow hoodie is very good quality. Yeah, Crow's had nothing but really good reviews about that merch, so I need to get some for myself. And not just the quality of the print, but the quality of the product as well. So, yeah. So, my fourth wall Crow top took 6 days to arrive. Yeah, so 6 days. That would be good if it was UK, because obviously they've got to produce it, etc. Hang on, what's going on here? Good day, Justin. Hi, Justin. Hey, Justin. You were mentioned in dispatches earlier. Something to do with 4 cans of Guinness. Paranormal Jumper podcast. Are we all today? I'm wondering why you lot are being so polite. What's wrong with me, chat? They've been possessed. Call Kenny Biddle. Proof of a possessed chat. Justin's one of the ones that needs a message. Be afraid, Justin. Be very afraid. I'm a cheap date. You obviously can't handle 4 cans of Guinness. Justin, when's the next Guinness live? He's probably going to say in his next birthday. There's been a lot of birthdays recently. Yes, we said you were a treat. Oh, that's better. There's me chat. I was wondering where they were. There they are. I'm just warming up. Lulling you into a false sense of security. Guess you need to be cheap on it. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Rob Fax would have got in 5 days if I was mainland. I have to wait for the ferry. Oh no. But you're not a cheap date, just a very high maintenance, I would say. Probably. Don't drink very often. Yeah, I'm like that these days, to be honest. Actually, I can't remember the last time I had a drink, to be honest. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. Well, we're having such a lovely chat amongst ourselves. Justice for jumpers. No, Leanne, no. No justice for jumpers. Actually, on 4th wall, you can use jumpers. Just saying. Just saying. Doing well. Hope things are good your end. I don't drink much either. I got out of the habit when I was teaching at Sunderland Uni because I lived 20 miles away. So I was always driving home. So kind of got out of the habit of drinking in my late 20s. Probably just as well. Yeah, and Justin comes in and just upsets the balance, upsets the chat ecosystem. It's a woolen tank top season now. Get tank tops as well. I'm assuming they put the picture on it. I know they've got them on there. They do plushies, but the minimum order is 300, isn't it? No. My last drink was May 2024. I'd have to look at my calendar for the exact date. Yeah, we've been talking paranormal experiences and just seen a preview. Oh, do you know what? Oh, hang on. Is it Parameet next week? I thought it was this week. We got another week of you lot going. We're going to Parameet. We're going to Parameet. I'm going to Parameet. I'm up for an award. I'm going to Parameet. I'm speaking at Parameet. Are you going to Parameet? Are we going to meet up? Where are we going to go for dinner? Reminds me when Seg did that first collaboration, went over to the States and did that collaboration with Dawson and Joe and Weeping Willow and everybody, honestly, for about 3 months beforehand. It's all, if you went onto anybody's panel, it was all you would talk about. Yeah, so when are we going to meet up? And what equipment are we taking? And who's going to put the video out first? Shut up. Do this privately. Do you know, you lot have spoken about it so much. Somebody better be there with a camera filming some of this shit. I almost stopped and got a drink a couple of days ago. I rarely drink, yeah. I might have been involved with it in some disgusting self-promotion by wearing my podcast t-shirt. Just in self-promoting. Never. The paranormal piss up. Definitely want video footage if it's a paranormal piss up. Last time I drank was my birthday. I can't remember the last time I had a drink. It was last year sometime. Occasionally in the summer I have a beer in the garden. That's pretty much me. Really so dumb Parameet. Hey, son! Still need to have a chat. We still owe each other a chat. Yeah, San's not going, so that's better. She's here in her house. Parameet. Who'd have thought? Wouldn't bother. Yeah, I do like. To me, I'm sort of high maintenance drink. It's got to be stuff I really want. Just be careful. Let's fight your pint. Just would never self-promote. Julie, is that true though? Could somebody put Bristol's link in the chat as well, please? If the speakers are terrible, I'll be having a Guinness, so they better be good. Maybe one day I'll get down there. Just won't be free. I've got to get my health sorted. I couldn't leave Mum. Maybe one day I'll make it. That's the benefits. She's got a nice quiet weekend. Next Friday, everybody. Have you not gone yet? Thank you, Sage. Right, you treasure. Thank you so much for the PayPal. Looking forward to heckling Beardo. Then that needs filming. Although I have to say that would be slightly mean because I suspect Beardo's nervous about that. Finally, chat is working again. That'll be YouTube. Yeah, thank you so much. Sandra, hello. This is what I'll work on for them going to Parameet. Sam, as I'll work on extending this.
When toxic rocks it with love and care, hearts and hot dogs everywhere. Nothing but a search for truth. Expose the fake and show the proof.
We'll get that extended. Yeah, you feeling better, sweetie? Jumpers up. You know what I want to happen? If Seb comes over and he and Justin collaborate, I want them in matching jumpers. I'm sorry. I'd love that. It's his first talk. He's sweating so much. His hair dyed when he. It is. I mean, I It doesn't. I see. Electric. Blah blah blah. I'm used to it, but I do get that, you know, there's one thing. For some people, it can be hard enough just doing this, but actually, you know, speaking in front of an audience, a live audience, it is can be daunting. Angels are getting their wings. I hear bells. Yeah, that's my phone. I'm not showing a clip of that, but I will be showing clips of. I will be using clips of the cricket taste test. You know, the one I didn't clip and won't use. That one. I had to mute it, I have to say. I do have a genuine phobia of being sick, so even just hearing somebody gagging. Getting there, lovely. Thank you for asking. Son, when you've got 5 the next few days, just arrange a call, catch up. Don't forget, Bristol will be live on Monday night. I remember Beardo was expected to get lynched when he went for the first time, so his talk will be massive. I expect it will be. I don't know what the seating is, but I expect he'll have a lot in there. So I'm sure he'll be fine. It's actually just getting out there in the first place. I think when Seg did the apology tour in Oz, you know, once he was out there and people realised people knew who he was, and sort of, you know, interacted, he was a lot better. But that initial stepping up on stage, yeah. Bless his sweaty crocs. Not another one. Justin, you can the banter respect. Beardo's talk got on the whole night. If they ask Justin, I can't do more than an hour. It's Justin. He said, no, I turned into a pumpkin after an hour. It said Beardo, not sick. Yeah, I've been. This live's been going for an hour and 48 minutes, Justin. Proof of our lives can last longer than an hour on YouTube. You got a guest on Monday. As you've had a week off. Justin must be home by 9 p.m. His head explodes. Beardo is the last speaker on the Saturday night, so he might be in a drunken stupor. He's going to give him a headline. I had to do public speaking multiple times, and every single time I'd flush, no matter how many times. There's always that tinge of nerves. There's that tinge of nerves to just do it live. So you're always going to get that. You know, it's... to be honest, I've always found it easier when it's a big audience than a small one. Because you know, you focused on each person. If it's a big audience, you know, I was lecturing at Sunderland when it was one of the big lectures in what was called Weymouth Hall, massive lecture theatre. There was over 200 people in there. It becomes a mass of, you know. Beardo looks like a Swan Vesta mistake. Oh, bless him. I'm pleased he's thinking of going back to the grey though, because I always preferred him with the grey hair. I don't know. He looks better. Justin the cricket. Oh! Sorry, Justin. It's kind of my fault. But I want video of that. Spoke to Sag got that tour. He said he was nervous, but I told him he did really well because he did. Yeah, You know, it is a different animal sort of getting up on stage. But also has to do is be himself, let's face it. Left the slot open for the guest who couldn't make it last week. I've not heard back from it all now. Just do a talkie live. I know it means you've got to read your chat, so you know. You need the practice. I'm one of those who can perform as a musician in front of hundreds but freak out when it comes to public speaking. I'm the other way around, actually. Because I don't like performing, you know, I never like performing, playing the piano publicly or anything like that. I didn't mind the guitar so much, but the piano, which is, you know, my favourite, it was always just for me. Even if it was just going to a friend's house and they had a piano and Sarah plays something, I'd be nervous. But public speaking, Jay Austin getting back on Justin if he has any updates and can finally answer a question. I am not looking forward to the crickets. Yeah, thanks, Sarah. You're welcome, sweetie. Anytime. Just maybe I should make sure I message you before you have to do that, because otherwise I'm going to be told to fuck off. Probably the wrong time to get Justin into trouble. Sarah, the boys wouldn't mind to record it for. Oh, bless them. Oh. Hearts for the Bristol boys. Seg on Australia Got Talent. If Seg was a judge on Australia Got Talent, he'd be bloody Simon Cowell. Oh, is that shit? Should have a. Actually, no. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to run with the idea. And that man is top. Yeah. 6 foot, isn't he? We all want to see a video just in the. Oh, don't worry, you'll see it. Repeat. We want to be buttons. Sure, we want to Bristol's buttons as well. Clarinet sax is playing from an audience, but still flushed. Yeah, so I could play guitar. I was never the best guitar player, but I was competent at guitar, both 6 and 12 string. I didn't mind guitar, but something about the piano. I think it's because the piano is very personal for me. I mean, I got my exams in the piano, so I could play it to, you know, the examiner, but don't encourage the Bristol lot with that pepperoni. Hey, excuse me, pepperoni is an important member of your chat, Justin. Supply and demand. They want to see. She wants to see you eat cricket. Also, we don't want that. Just Mrs. Empower me. I think Seg's 6 foot or just over. Justin might be able to tell you. Oh, Justin, it's already arranged. No encouragement needed. It's the first thing they packed, Justin, because that's already in the suitcase. The remaining crickets. Burke and Justin, I told you they wouldn't know who you are. Who's over? Is the Seg 6 foot? Yeah. Excuse me. You may ignore your chat, Justin, but they are the reason you have a channel. I wouldn't play piano in front of anyone. I only took lessons for 5 years. Yeah, it's probably about how long I took lessons. I only gave the lessons up and the exams up because I was hitting my exams at school. I love playing it. I want to get a piano again, but I didn't like playing for people. Yeah, Seg's about 6 foot, about the same height as me. Justin and the Crickets is a real pun from the 60s. Justin and the Crickets. Bye, Betty Sweetness. 6 foot Justin, 7 foot tall. No, he's not. He's taller than Sag, though. Justin doesn't want to go to Paranormal anymore. He's going to shut him. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. Just don't mix the crickets with Guinness. I wouldn't. Just looking at the reaction from the boys on Monday eating those crickets. I'm surprised he was as tall as he was, to be honest, when I met him. Rob, I need to get your coffee machine set up because I think I'm over instant coffee. Get that done tomorrow. Dreaming, Rob. And that little laughy emoji at the end, Sam. Gives this a whole new meaning.
When toxic rocks it with love and care, hearts and hot dogs everywhere. Nothing but a search for truth. Expose the fake and show the proof.
No question what believes Aussie cat. Eating a cricket while he does a backstroke in my Guinness. Got to go get some shoes on. It's dump run day, and no problem, Sage Rat, and thank you for the PayPal, darling. Appreciate you. I love that clip. It's a cool clip, actually. Yeah, Crow 6'4". He has said it on live. I'm not giving anything away then. He's 6'4". Booty, booty. Happy dumping, Sage Rat. Take care. Oh, actually, I forgot to look at the results. I think the results were they were actually different to what I was expecting, if I'm honest. I thought they were going to be, I don't know if I can see it now, but it was something like 67% people said they wouldn't share their experiences. I actually think that's lower than I was expecting it to be. I thought it was going to be in the 80s at least. So, yeah, there's some hope there. I've lost stream. He's in that height because you wear high heels. It's like a crow. 656. No. I don't know. It's that time. It's because we're coming up to the 2-hour mark. Hang on, I'll put the fan on. You're all getting feisty. What's better? I didn't realise how warm it was getting in here. Yeah, encourage him. Chat's getting cheeky. Cheeky. For change. It's because I distracted them with the paranormal for the first hour. And Sarah lost control. Yeah. 30 seconds before the 2-hour mark, I lost control. At least it's not me this time. Oh. That's why it's easier to stick to an hour. He knows it. He knows it all goes downhill. Of course, that's why we like the Chips Tea Party, because it can be concentrated mayhem. Couldn't last it. That sounds wrong. Just in the 2-hour power mark is special, though. There you go. We've just gone over the 2 hours. Caroline, just mermen wear boots. Are they shark skin? I've really gone warm in here. Oh, hang on. What time is it? It'll be what, 4 o'clock? Yeah, it's because the sun will be hitting the side of the building. Yeah, it's coming up 4 o'clock. I've got to go out today. I've got to go up to the supermarket at 6. Taxi's coming. I've got to be around people. Bloody tourists. What's the date today? 13th. God, it's the longest day next weekend. You're no good for me then. Sarah and I go die hard 2-hour lives. You will not hold it. No. No, you just no stamina, that boy. No stamina. Rob has a detachable time. Out around tourists, good luck. Oh, I know that they're important for our economy, but oh my God. They suck. They suck. Takes deep breaths, right? I'm okay now, Sarah. You're okay. No, not. I know it's too peoply out there. It's bad enough when it's just locals, but when it's tourists as well, with the Harry Potter brooms, and capes and scarves. Ugh. Ugh. I feel your pain, Sarah. I hope it's even with tourists here now. Yeah. I mean, like I say, if I had transport, I could get to places where they're not. Less of a confined location than you are, but here, no. The advantage is I live right on the edge of town, so as I walk away from the town, as I go away from the town centre, it gets quieter and quieter because they don't get this one. Put a COVID mask on, Sarah, and cough a lot. That cures. I tell you what, I think I'm going to have to use it anyway until the chair works. It's magic on the back. I'm going to start using the walking stick. Go on out there, Sarah. You love those road tourists walking around with their wands. You don't. Oh, cruise tourists. Actually, in some ways, it can. I'm guessing, but it can be a similar principle here, because I think what happens with cruise tourists often is they sort of get off the boat for so many hours before they have to be on again. That happens here. The buses will drop them off, and they've got a certain amount of time to go around, which makes them even more annoying. I've got friends who work in cafes, and it's in the summer, it's heaving. They're warning everybody it's gonna be like half an hour before the food or whatever, and they're the ones that complain. We've got to be back on the bus in 20 minutes. Why are you ordering a main meal? Sorry. Love hearing the birds whistle. Sorry, Sarah. What? Sarah can't love the tourists. She just hates people in general. Well, you're not wrong. Actually, in some ways, it's a bit freeing though, because I used to do the market and I used to sell to the tourists. So, and don't get me wrong, I made good money off the tourists. But so when I was doing the market 2 or 3 days a week, I kind of had to be careful for the rest of the week because I didn't want to sort of, fall out with anybody, and then suddenly find they come to my stall and they don't buy anything because, we've had a run in. I don't sell on the market anymore. So I really don't give a shit about putting them in the place when I'm not. I mean, literally, if they're being obnoxious and horrible. I like my people. I love my people. People can stuff up and go. I need to take a flask to get into a shop queue now. Yeah. Stand tall, so go out and be free. Problem is, because I can't walk very far at the moment, and I also keep having to sit. I have to go a route where I know there's seats. So when you can't move properly, makes it even worse, and they get really frustrated for you that you're not sort of getting out of the way quick enough. It's like, you can't fucking move. Hence, I think I'm going to start taking the stick, one, to help me, but feeding seasicles, laxatives, Pringles helps clear a crowd of tourists as well, just saying. Get a black robe, you can pass as a Hogwarts professor. Fuck off, Justin. If I went out there wearing a robe as a Harry Potter fan, it wouldn't have them disperse, it would have them bloody swarm towards me. Stuff off on that one. Hang on, before I just go off camera for a minute. Justin. Forget I did that when you get your message. How to get around Justin for a favour. Get him to eat crickets and give him the finger. Are you saying, Sarah, that you had to consciously be nice? That's awful. I know. I am nice when people, but I can't. I mean, at the front of house selling and doing teaching, etc. I'm used to it, but you know, it's like, I'm sorry, if somebody's an arsehole, I need to tell them. It's the Northumbrian way, it's not just me. It's where I am. It's what we do here. But because I was selling on the market, I thought it'd just be my bloody luck. They'd turn up at the stall and, you know. Don't have to do that now. Completely understand I use a cane 80% of the time. I had a trapped nerve in my leg about 2 years ago, and I had to use the walking stick then just in case the leg gave way. And I did find that it wasn't perfect, but it was better. So I think I'm just gonna. It'll probably help me walking as well. Wear Paranormal Monkey merch, Sarah. People will leave you alone. Go to great minds. Just to monkey people. The only thing that worked for me was wearing spiked collars. Don't encourage him, Aussie Cat. You're supposed to be on my side. I have to survive myself. Yeah. Do you know, Julie? That's the biggest thing I think of that. It's like, oh no. No. They'd have to put me in solitary confinement. Sometimes my idea just scares people away from me sometimes. Maybe I just need to, because I need to start buying some merch. And I want to buy some crows. You know, the stuff I design. Maybe start wearing some paranormal merch and keep people out of the way. Although my denim jacket, I've painted Boba Fett on the back of my denim jacket, and unfortunately that gets people talking to me. Oh, I like your jacket. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, thank you. Oh. Nothing I do scares people away. I need lessons. That's because you're lovely, Dad. Oh. As Bill would say if he was next to me, Sarah being nice is just a front for YouTube. That's why I often use spike collars back in the day. I don't know what I was talking about him, but the friend I was talking about the other day. Oh, it's talking about him being a Rush fan, massive metal fan, rocker, and so he has a lot of band T-shirts, and he knows that what he does when a lot of the religious groups knock on the door. He always makes sure he's wearing something as demonic as possible to try and put them off. Funniest day though was I was there and we heard a knock at the door and he'd seen the guy come in. I can't remember what church it was, and they'd had so many that week because they live in the centre of Sunderland, so they get it all the time, and he'd had enough, and he was like, right, that's it. This one's just going to get it. You know, I've had enough of this. And he was there for ages. He was there for absolutely ages. And when he came back, we were like, he came back with a leaflet in his hand. I'm like, I thought you were going to tell him to bugger off. And he was like, it's a little old man, and he was so nice. I couldn't do it. I think he stood there for about 20 minutes listening to him and took his leaflet off him. Wasn't obvious, but hasn't stopped. Idiots, yeah. Do I have to call you Sir Rob? No, you bloody don't. Kristen, I like your style. Exactly. Exactly. You need to paint on the back of that denim jacket. Don't talk to me. Boba will get you. Call me whatever you like. Oh, there's an open invitation from Rob. Awesome. Just big. Oh, that's funny. Vito's so old he went to New York 2x2. Yeah, both Beardo and Justin got their telegrams from the King around the same time. Yeah, true story. If you're not UK, by the way, you get a telegram from the monarch when you hit 100, or a letter from the monarch. I live in a small town. Oh. Keep missing comments. I don't want to crow the chat and go backwards. Weird. Oh, that cool air's lovely. I'll take this up to 2.5, guys. I need to think of something to do for another piece of merch for Fourth Wall. And like I say, with the Wizard of Oz thing, I'll put the line drawing up in the Discord if anybody wants to download it to colour. Just invented the tank top. Yeah. True story. I have not spoken to any of my neighbours. I've only spoken to the ones next door, actually. At the back, we were in a courtyard of 5 houses, and I've only spoken to next door. I am smoking, yeah. Take that back. Don't take it back, Lionheart. He doesn't like being debunked. Yeah, I'll get enough age jokes from Justin. You let rip. You just go nuts. It's all about the preference. What are you lot talking about? I'm losing track. Justin, you have no power. He has no power in his own chat, let's face it. On Mondays, it's because he doesn't read it. And for Chimp's party, he does, but because people know he's going to read it, just let rip. Sarah, do you have Spooky Cookie logo on the merch? Oh, actually, no, I don't. That's a good, I can add that one, actually. Good idea, thank you, sir. Justin doesn't have power anywhere. Even in Seg's chat, because Seg will just blast him. Can just you can, he just chooses not to, you know. We're all there to watch him, not for him to converse with the peasants. I don't know what merch to buy when this gets open. I'm going to test one out, and I actually might do the the one that's on screen, not the hoodie. I'm going to put one on the desktop so I can get one for me. Looking forward to it, actually. Yeah, I hadn't thought of the spooky cookie. I'll put the spooky cookie on. I can say it now. I've been pissing and moaning at Crow that you gave me a name I couldn't say. Spooky cookie. But yeah, that design worked really well. There we go. Someone should get some cut of the profits. Justin was a tassel struck rescue. It's the tassels, they're Crow's fault. What tongue twisters, Justin? I think actually, I wonder if. Hang on, just let me have a look, see if I've still got the link or the picture, because Phil sent me. Hang on. Oh. Let me save the images. I'm not showing you Discord. Yeah, one of the things that Phil found, I was mentioning the team shirts. I'll show you. Oh, actually, the other thing that they do is jumpers. Right, get ready for this, guys. So, remove that one. We have Christmas jumpers. You can put the name on. There you go. Ready for Christmas, Justin? We have the sports shirts. Come on. Bananas. Banana sports shirt. Blame Phil for this, by the way. Monkey sports shirts. And the other one, he couldn't find hot dogs, but he did find, there you go, corn dogs. We all know Justin loves those tongue twists, especially after a few pints. Crow of Judas front 69 back. Yeah, there you go. Don't encourage him. He's not here today. New hair dye Justin for men. Sure, it would work on Merman merch too. That's 69. Yeah, you need merch, Rob. Get on it. Right, guys, I need to flag for an hour, so have a power nap. So I'm going to call it a day. Just let me double check I haven't missed anything. I don't think I have. Oh god, my computer's so slow. Okay, now I'm fine. Cookie. This is just the top ideas. I know! Never listens. Phil's been trying for 2 years to encourage Justin on merch and has failed. So, there you go. We're doing an art stream tomorrow. I'll do a little bit of merch tomorrow. And so if I don't catch you there, it'll be a normal live stream on Tuesday. Alright, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will catch you later. Toodles!
When toxic rocks it with love and care, hearts and hot dogs everywhere. Nothing but a search for truth. Expose the fake and show the proof.